Okay, today we're reviewing a Ritualist Abrams. We talk a lot about walkers. A very common throw I see is getting a small advantage and then going to brute force mid walker, and then you just, get lash ulted, giant AoE ult, or they just have, pretty massive walker resist and a really good team fight because you guys are really forced into a choke point. The siege walkers, we talk a lot about, that throw. We talk a lot of walkers in general and just how to melee walker, baiting stomp, when to go for melees on walker if you don't have a warp stone or any iframes to dodge the stomps when it's actually worth to face tank stomps to melee it. And then we talk a lot about fight prioritization and who to be prioritizing in fights, who to be focusing on, and then what are good and bad fights. And then we also talk about when you're winning a game in the early game, if you get a couple towers first, what's the balance of focusing on that last tower versus having too many people just sitting in the lane when you're not actually getting the tower and you're just wasting a lot of souls. And then we also talk about farm priority and the idea of securing your more aggressive camps versus farming your more passive camps so you don't keep getting invaded and slowly bleed out to farm. So I'm Midnight. I've been a Deadlock coach for over a year now, and if you want free coaching, all you have to do is join the Discord linked in the description. We have multiple raffles every stream 5 days a week. If you like the video, you know what to do, and I hope you enjoy.
What build are you using? Oh, great stun. But you should never heavy melee off the first charge. Or not charge, but you never want to heavy melee until you get your charge T2, because you can't guarantee it. And it's super predictable for a berry. I only ever heavy melee after a charge, after I have light melee people after charges. Because you want to condition them that you actually know how to use your character. And then you wait till they don't know if you actually have charge. You wait till you have just enough souls to maybe have charge maxed, and then you start weaving in some heavy melees. Yeah, resto shot, we're forming camp off spawn, I assume. Yeah. Oh, we whiffed the resto shot, that sucks. Yeah, it's better to farm like this, where you get, for one, you get 2 shots. Well, you get 2 shots either way, but it's also better just to stand still and melee one minimally shoot the other. You don't have to keep flicking around. Just don't whiff more shots. Get greedy for the first one. Yeah. Rule number 1 on a lane, never take one thing I feel okay, Abrams is the one character that actually kind of applies a lot less. Because one big issue I see when I coach former Abrams mains is they get really conditioned. They can just kind of tank wave because they have the passive, they have the one. It's not bad for, well, I mean, it is obviously you want to take minimal damage, but as a shotgun character with your Abrams passive, it's a lot more excusable to be tanking wave a lot. What is he doing? Oh, okay, well. We should just backpedal, heal to 200 with natural regen as well. We'll be fine. We need to be careful though. If Mirage starts marking us, it's a little scary. Yeah, Mirage, I mean, at this elo, I don't expect Mirage to actually know how to tornado our dash, but on paper, this is a very, very bad lane for us. Because Mirage can just perma nado our dash and it just feels awful. Fair enough. I've never really seen an Abrams do that, but your Vin's not gonna do much, so I guess, I see the vision, I do think it's worth. Yeah, man, I just ooh. Yeah, it's an unfortunate death. It's hard as an Abrams. You don't really reset there. Your charge play on wave was good, but you're just kind of delaying the inevitable. Because you can't heal that much with your melee life strike. I would have preferred seeing extra regen. Normally, you want to go melee life strike because it does heal more. But in that situation where you can't go anywhere near wave to melee, extra regen feels better. Oh, but yeah, I guess we have to come back to our lane. It's rough to have 3 in this lane though. And they're mirroring with 3. It's the only lane left, so we kind of do just have to sit here. But obviously we need to get this tower soon, and we're just wasting so many souls. I love when the opposite team griefs by losing lane and climbing 3 or 4 mid. Yeah. Yeah. And it feels good when your team is the ones who... You should have angled that melee better. You could hit both of them. But it feels good when your team is actually the team to just shit stomp both lanes. Leave in a bit and try to lose souls. I mean, at this point you got picks. You should be able to push mid. Yeah, your Krill's coming. You have 4 mid. McGinnis is hovering. Okay, right now... You know the Shiv's resetting. He probably, well, to be fair, he probably boosted, so he'll probably make it back, right? But you have 5 here. You guys should all just shove this mid tower, take it, and leave, right? Otherwise, you're going to be wasting so much time. Not to mention, we're at 8. We're almost at 8 minutes, right? So if you break this tower and then lotto spawn, you guys have free invades. Every single tower taken, you have 5 mid. You can do a 3-2 split. You guys can just invade this jungle so well. Right now is the perfect opportunity to push the tower. Well, you have literally 5 mid. But instead, we kind of let it slip away. Fortunate spot. Like now, with our Guinness leaving and our Vindicta leaving, or our Victim respawning, and Krill and Guinness leaving for kind of no reason. Oh wait, Krill came back. He turned around. Okay. Either way. Now we only have 3. I move my cam. We have Krill ult, but it's pretty hard for us to siege into this. It's better for you just to look around the map. Like, look for these Lottos off spawn. Because Paige has a lot of AoE wave clear. She's low. If she gets hit by a Krill ult, she'll just die. Okay, she's positioning terribly and we kill her. Yeah. You should focus the melee on her over the parry on tower. We'll pick her up. But yeah, Mirage is here. I mean, yeah, you guys kind of lose the fight. But even if you win the fight, you don't really get this tower. You're just wasting a ton of time. Especially on this 8 minutes timer. There's so much up. It's like so stealable. Okay. Well, we'll see what you do. But the ideal play is you hard shove this wave and steal their Lottos. Especially because if you hard shove, well, if you hard shove the wave, you can steal the Lottos and then kind of look mid, although you'll obviously have a bag, which you don't want to lose. Yeah, we're stealing 1 here. That's perfect. Ignore him. Unfortunately, we missed it, but I like just ignoring it, try to farm it. That's a little rough. I mean, it's wow, you actually get, what the fuck happened to you? Really full melee build? No? What? Why did you just get evaporated? Damn, really moment, I guess. I really despise the extra souls on Vindicta ult. I remember having games where she would just ult so much and be so fed in from kills in 2 lanes. Yeah, I mean, Vindicta is just a character. I always say the game is better, but Vindicta is bad. I think she's in a good spot balance-wise right now because she's useless, and then they gutted her support build, so... Sorry, I hit my mic. I don't know if that's probably decently loud. The game's only fun when Vindicta feels genuinely useless, though. We kill both of them. Nice. I mean, that's some nice kills. Demonstrating how balanced Abrams is. Tank, by the way. Yeah, I'm glad we saw the support build for Vindicta nerf because that shit was just gross. And we're holding over. I mean, again, if you look at map, there's... I mean, I guess... Well, there's 2 sealable autos up. You're going for mid. If we can get this mid, that's great. We can roll mid immediately into bridge buffs and autos. Which, speaking of, I guess I'll mention it in this review. But I feel like one thing I don't mention enough when I always talk about, like, for team fight consideration. I always talk about thinking of, like, hey, do you have, like, whose ult is online? Player advantage, wave state. Another thing to toss on that is if your team gets both bridge buffs, that's also a significant advantage. That's also a significant advantage. Like, bridge buffs are worth a lot, and getting 2 of them is huge. Okay, yeah, we shuffled this. Lotto, please. Oh, we're right next to it. It'd be so good if you grabbed it. You have wave prow, you can just farm it. Or at the very least deny it, and then shuffle back to bridge buff. Like, yeah, Sinner Sacrifice are what I call autos. The reason you call them, or the reason I call them lottos is because basically it's better to call them one word for calming. You always want to keep like your calms to a 1-word abbreviation while you actually just get obliterated by him. I mean, I know he got a parry, but actually still fed. His build is troll as shit. I don't think he had the cultist buff up, did he? No, he didn't. But he's winning. Yeah, it's just because he's allowed to sit in solo. I mean, his build is god awful, but he also does melee resist too off his point blank, which is scary for you. You can never fight him now. Not just because he's ahead, but that point blank cripples our damage. Okay. We get a lot of autos up. Like, okay, wait, this is something, here, I'll break this down actually. This might be a YouTube short, so let me lock it. Like, right now, you're choosing to farm this, like, this T2, but this is a really bad call for a few reasons, which is something people really don't think about when they're farming is, like, the securing farm, because this camp never going to be invaded. There's no chance this camp will ever be invaded. Well, if you look at your map, there's a ton of farm here. Here, I should go to map view. If you look at your map, ton of farm here. Ooh, thank you for the resub, Thirsty. Thank you. 6 months, damn. Been doing this shit for a while, much appreciated. Abrams reminds me of missing berries for 6 months, yeah.
Okay, alright. I'm actually really locked in with pairing now. I'll probably play on stream later. Anyway, but if you look at map right now, all of this farm is super, super stealable from the enemy's perspective, right? There's so many camps here that are so stealable for the enemies. I'm really close to drawing a deck, I ain't gonna lie. You should really try to secure this farm. If you're not invading, which your wave state isn't great, right? They're shoving this. I need a more like pop, like vibrant color, but they're shoving this wave really hard. This lane's also about to get shoved. So you're about to have really bad wave state, so someone's gonna need to catch waves. But what you should do is come down this rope. You could grab this lotto, and then come and catch this tower. Farming a camp back here is not great because you're getting a camp, which is good, but you're not securing any farm for your team. And now, when they have two very positive waves, the Shiv, okay, well, he's stupid in sieging. Well, the Shiv should be looking to, like, wow, he's actually going to get that. That's insane. But now that the Shiv siege, surely he'll look to go in your jungle and steal, all of this farm here. And I say surely because, the seal, there's a pretty decent chance he doesn't, but it's what he should be doing. Yeah. It's just, you always want to think about, like, securing farm and taking the more aggressive camps. Because even if you're not invading, it's far better for you to be taking camps that are, like, on your side and invadable. Spirit Strike next. Okay, I haven't really looked at our build. I mean, our build looks fine. We had to go really defensive early. Rest is very standard. Oh, I think I know this exact build, actually. Well, no, because you started 3 and not 2, so I don't know the exact build. The build I'm thinking about starts 2. Okay. Let me check one thing. Yeah, go. Oh my god. Hiccups will fucking be like, actually be the death of me. I wonder if you can die by hiccups. I'd find a way. One of the many heavy melees that just phases through the enemy on that Mirage. Yeah, I think it's ping based. It really needs to be fixed. No. And now we just... Your characters. I played this exact matchup on Mirage side the other day. It was so miserable. Oh my god. Like, yeah, you can tornado his dash, but like... If he's second he got Phantom Strike, either was no counter ability, and it just felt awful. Like, pre-Phantom Strike, matchup feels great for Mirage. Once Abrams buys Phantom Strike, holy fuck, is it miserable. I do go Phantom Strike and Disarming Hex. I don't know if you, well, what's their complicating? Like, I don't think you need Disarming Hex, but Phantom Strike is just overpowered on this character. Guaranteeing your dashes just guarantees such a comical amount of damage. If they're all gun, you should go Juggernaut. Yeah, Disarming Hex, okay, if they're all gun, like, and you're like a support or whatever, then yeah, Disarming Hex is good, or you have a low HP pool. But as Abrams, it's much better for you to go Juggernaut, since you're trying to tank more. It's much better for you to go Bullet Resilient. Well, to be fair, Bullet Resilience, they're probably going to build armor piercing rounds. But it's much better for you to go Plated Armor or Juggernaut if they're hard bullet versus going, Disarming Hex, like this, what's it called? Rusted Barrel, right? Yeah, Rusted Barrel, which is not bad. What the fuck? Which is not bad. But it's not, on Abrams, it's much better to put your souls towards just tanking yourself rather than getting more of like a team type of defense. Yeah, Plated is good to see. I mean, we definitely should see Juggernaut as well. Juggernaut should come before Plated. Juggernaut feels amazing on tanks. It provides so much survivability for your team. I mean, Rusted Barrel, it's an item that you have to build in lane. Rusted Barrel's not, I mean, risky steal, but I'm glad we're stealing this. Yeah, we steal one and leave. That's good. Pull off a heist of a century. I don't think you, okay, actually, I didn't notice this until now. This was not a good steal. Let me go back to the very start. Like, we steal all this, right? Now this is good. You have your waves, like, pushing. The point where you make this call, this is bad. You live for it, but this is not a good call. Because Wraith is pushing back this wave. They're pushing back this wave. We can assume there's someone pushing, like, around here, pushing the wave. We know Wraith is around here. Wraith will probably push another wave, but either way, we know there's people within audio distance of this camp.
and you are sitting on a 1.3 thousand soul bag. This is not a good call to farm this, because if you had no bag, I could, even though it's risky, I could respect the heist because you're elo. But when you have this bag, you cannot be stealing like this, because if you die, it is so bad. I do like light mailing to get out as quickly as possible. To be fair. But yeah, Rusted Barrel is just kind of like good against if you buy it very early in lane. It's not really good post lane. Disarming Hex is great post lane. Rusted Barrel kind of does. It's just like okay. It's not great post lane. Yeah, okay, we're pretty cute. Disarming Hex. That's why Rusted Barrel is cute. That makes sense. Just game losing if the Wraith walks in? Yeah, if the Wraith walks in and just gets that 1k soul bag, it's gonna be fucking like, it's gonna be a mountain to climb to get back onto her, like take her down. That's something I also struggle with as well, is like, I don't play a lot of hyper farmers. When I play a hyper farmer, I really struggle with like bag management. Something I want to talk to about High Docker at some point. Because obviously he's like fucking always has a 20k bag, but I'm just like the line of when to farm, or like what bag level limits a team fight and stuff like that is something I need to figure out more for myself in my own games. Soul restore shot for, yeah, I mean, it's if we needed the souls to hit it, then yeah, it's worth selling it. Do I skip like 2 waves and just do the entire double sitters camp as Wraith at like 9 to 10 minutes? I mean, if you have someone catching the wave, I mean, if you have someone catching the wave, sure. Obviously, ideally, you're getting 2 people on every wave. Okay, the ideal circumstances, you see it's like, hey, we're at 7 minutes, 30 seconds. You know, again, ideal world, you've taken your tower. We hard shove the wave, then I go do all that. The next world is like, you can, I mean, ideally you're integrating sinners in between waves. So actually, I would say no. Even if someone's solo catching it, it's better for you to be solo, like juggling hard shoving a wave with farming sinners. But ideally, you're like, you know, setting up a hard shove for when sinner spawns, then you have enough time to farm like two of the sinners on your side, and then you can come back, grab the wave. Sorry, you can farm the 2 enemy sinners after you hard shove. You can come back, grab the wave, and then you hard shoved again and farm your 2 sinners. That's the like ideal as a hyper farmer. That's one thing. Next DLNS, remind me, I want to like try to analyze their farming macro. Because I want to see like on a pro level more like machine invades, which is obviously going to take a lot of staring at map, considering the LNS only fucking shows like, I guess, I don't know, a whole different tangent. Let's focus on this review before I fucking rant about the goddamn DLNS like observers. That's the word. Our build's also pretty pressed for slots. Or sorry, whatever the opposite of press for slots is. We aren't really using our slots that much. I mean, obviously, normally we'd have still restorative. But we should be a little more, you know, a couple more. We have like literally 0 tier 1s, which is kind of rough. Something as simple as close quarters would be amazing to have, especially because we were dying to this, or the Billy's like the fed one. And getting that, you know, 20% melee resist. And on top of that, the gun damage that is goaded for us would feel really nice. I'm going from Phantom here? Wait, what do you mean? Like you fell from Phantom? I feel like I'm getting average, better than average souls for my team, but not to outsole the enemy team. Well, you also gotta keep in mind, okay, I guess if you're missing like, if you're missing a wave to steal 2 of the enemy's like sinners, I mean, you know, that's a whole different, well, normally that's gonna mean your wave power is bad and you actually shouldn't be stealing sinners because you don't have waves to fall back on. But in some, like, if, I don't know, we're pretending somehow, like, they're freezing or something on their walker. Well, I get, okay, that's a whole different situation. I mean, there's no real situation where you should be giving multiple waves to farm sinners, I guess is the TLDR. Even in, like, I can't even think of, like, an imaginary scenario where that realistically you would want to, like, I mean, if they're freezing, you obviously wouldn't, well, I'm not even gonna get into freezing. Well, next, like, a Tarnus VOD, I'll talk about freezing more. Like, Ascendant mod. You should full farm the camp. Good to get it on the respawn timer. Oh yeah, I agree. It's disarming X is worse than like Juggernaut here would feel amazing into their hard gun comp. Juggernaut is like the best. I mean, fire rate, mostly gun carry anti-item if you're playing a tank. If you're not playing a tank, it's normal. It's plated armor, and then if you're playing kind of a support, it's disarming X. Or someone with really well, I mean, maybe even extremely low HP pool. But when you're playing a tank, Juggernaut just feels amazing. Most of the time I buy to fill my slots is less. It's normally better to fill most of your slots. You're buying point blank now, I assume it'll be upgraded. Normally you want your slot. You normally only want to have like, I don't know, we'll say post 18 minutes. You normally only want to have 1 to maybe 2 slots open at a time. Like you really want to be having your slots filled because low tier items give a lot of value. Like again, something like if we had just bought point blank earlier, for one we know we're upgrading it, or sorry, if we bought close quarters earlier, for one we know we're upgrading it to point blank, you shouldn't melee her, just don't melee her. Oh, that's so risky. I mean, she's probably dead to Siphon Life, but the one way she lives that is if she parries. You could put yourself in a dangerous spot. Should be backing off now. You don't want to be trying to fight this. Yeah, there's 2 here. We also should be, for one, we're using our dash on the Victor, which is never good. Disarming X should not go on Victor as well. Oh yeah, we're dead as fuck. This 3 here. But then for 2, when we're dashing, we should just be dashing away. Crazy Paul Victor. Oh, your character is something else. You should be backpedaling. You should not be looking to go back in. Yeah, your Vin is zoning for you. You have disarming X again. Just parry is inevitable melee. Yeah, we should try to parry there. When he's like double disarm, there's no chance he's going to actually be patient and wait to shoot you. There you go. Ugh. Sorry, we're in the comfy mode right now. Wait, I never looked at the Vods channel. Let me check that while we're on a little rope. How's the Vods channel doing? Oh, that's Vods doing decent. That's nice, that's nice. I'm glad the Vods channel's doing well, man. I can't wait to get that shit monetized. Oh. I never tried Phantom Strike. Oh, so okay, self-palm me up is fun. Oh, we're talking about Phantom Strike. Holy shit, I can't read. Yeah, Phantom Strike is... I mean, Phantom Strike is just fucked. But also, generally on Self-Bomb Bebop, it feels better to have something like Majestic Leap. Phantom Strike isn't bad. I mean, even you don't really see Majestic Self-Bomb Bops anymore, but it's just better to have something that, like, you can get into the center of their team quickly rather than something you can jump on just one person. Like, if you just double bomb and fly from the sky into the center of their team, that's where you make a difference. Ooh, unfortunate. Yeah, this game is also not bad counterspell. It's actually a really good counterspell. Shiv, Wraith. Paige as well. Billy for sure. Great counterspell value. There's a lot of counterspelling here. Also, if you're really, really, like, techie with it, you can, fairly easily parry Victor 1. Okay. Majestic Leap Bop is a beauty. Yeah, I think I'll play a Bebop game. I'm gonna play games on stream today because I got some time. Like probably like 3 or 4 raffles and then play some games. I'll hop on the Bebop. We can show how washed we really are. Also, again, just because I want to play more on stream because I genuinely play better on stream. Because I'm not tilting. I spend so much time tilting if I'm not on stream. It's so bad. But I don't know how to fix my mental. It's so dog shit. It's so ironic I'm gonna come out with a mental guide as the person who literally just has the worst mental known to man. Mid-bombing, yeah, okay, wait, what is this Walker split? I mean, we're going to trade for it, which is worth, I suppose. I mean, yeah, if we traded for it, it's a flex. You guys need the flex. Hunter's Aura, OPS item, and then Crushing Fist next. Okay. I need to play more Abrams. I just hate this character. But, like, I don't know individual Abrams micro itemization as much as I should. But every time I play him, it feels so bad. Because every time I play him, I get the most passive laner known to God. I hit, like, a double charge stun. I, like, get both of them 1 HP, and I look at my laner, and he's just, like, at our fucking shop buying. I just cry. It's so bad. I get T2 dash upgrade on Infernus for the extra damage, but I never use it in lane to fight. Do you think I should start limit testing with it or just burn max instead? I mean, after the nerfs, generally burn max is better, but if you still want to play for dash max, just use it after you burn someone to keep your burn up, and it still does a decent chunk of damage. I mean, flame dash does a kind of absurd amount of damage for no real reason. Okay, we're doing a lot of tech. Oh, we're pre... I mean, okay, we're not doing the lot of tech. If you, there's another way to do, I always talk about lotto tech, which if you, or the double lotto tech, which if you don't know it, exclamation point double lotto. But, oh, another thing is, oh, we're gonna fuck this guy up. Yeah, fuck him up. Did they fix counterspell? You can parry it when counterspell activates now? The fuck? I used to die so many times because I'd counterspell something that I wouldn't be able to parry. They actually fixed it. That's good. I mean, counterspell didn't really need a buff, but I'll probably actually just buffed a long time ago. I have not tried to do that in so long, so I just assumed it didn't work. I mean, we're doing a good job getting on their back line. The issue is we're going on Victor. Like, we come from behind him to kind of ambush their back line, which I don't mind. It's a 5v5 fight. The issue is we should not, like, we should be trying to get on the Wraith or Page there, not on the Victor. One-shotting Wraith or Page, or Mirage too, but mostly, I mean, mostly one-shotting Wraith or Page would be huge in that fight. Versus if you're flanking, you do not want to be trying to go on the tank. Especially because you just see the tank low. That's like a really bad habit of just seeing the tank low. I'm like, oh, I can focus him. Ugh. You can use T2 when they pull back towards Guardian to... Wait, we were playing to something. What was the initial comments? Oh, dash, yeah. I mean, it's mostly useful to use dash to, like, sustain ignite. That's, like, by far where Infernus dash is best used. Just hitting an ignite, dash him. I mean, this is a 3v... I mean... I don't mind this fight. You're backpedaling, but it's a fairly even fight. It's pretty unlikely they have 5 there. You know there's one on the left side, so you know it's a fact they don't have 6. It's fairly unlikely there's just 5 sitting in their jungle there. Although also this is emissary, so who the fuck knows. I felt like they were getting ready to collapse. Yeah, I mean, it did kind of feel weird. Maybe there was 5 there, because actually we haven't seen anyone on map besides this Wraith on left side until Page slowly moving over. I just would not, I mean, they probably do have at least 4 there, so it's not really a fight you want to take, but also... If we, like, once that McGinnis walls, if we had insta-charged one-shot one of them, maybe I could see a world. To be honest, I never play Abrams other than that time where he had the dash charge movement glitch where you just slingshot all the way from Walker to Guardian. Yeah, I don't like Abrams. Well, okay, I like Abrams once you get Phantom Strike. Pre-Phantom Strike, Abrams feels rough. We should not be trying to engage here. It's the classic situation. I mean, we see Shiv showing on map now, right? But, like, you know, you always want to look at map before you engage. We know we have... I could draw a good circle. Not as awful as I thought it'd be, but we know we have no one anywhere near us, or this person is like at least 10 seconds out. We do see Shiv now, so we know it's bad, but we didn't, even if we didn't see Shiv, right? Like, we're on their side of the map, it's pretty likely there's like a guy here, and like maybe a guy on this T2, or like a guy coming down this boost. Let's look. Oh no, the Page is here. But like either way, you can see pretty close. It's gonna be pretty rough. Yeah, we 2 backpedal. There's the Page. And yeah, we just get Valhalla. Ooh. I mean, I like the vision of the movement. Also, Veil Walker is just a good item. I feel like Veil Walker would... Does she just not parry? Melee Page players? Or sorry, not melee. Gun Page players, by the way. Sorry, I have so much to say for people who play Gun Page. It's just such a useless build. I feel like it's always on my team too. I need to bring heavy melee canceling back. It was so fun, but make it cost more than what it did before. I mean, technically it's back. It just doesn't get movement. They brought back all the worst things about it, which is that now it's just like a melee juke. But they didn't bring any of the fun parts about it, which was the insanely fun and good movement from it. How is am I glitched? No, my timer was just tweaking. Page bot. Juggernaut? Bro, you're a hard spirit comp and she buys Juggernaut? Yeah, man, on the fucking page, Juggernaut's gonna be really useful against the one gun character. Good job, man. I hate melee page players. I don't think it breaks the piercing. Oh, it does break the piercing, you're right. Yeah, I remember testing that when she came out because I thought it'd be sicko mode, but it wasn't. Okay. Alright, he's getting collapsed on. You go to supporter. You saw that guy, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is... Whoever is trying to jump our Ivy is 100% dead here. Yeah, there's one. There's one, and then there's two. Yep. This is why. I mean, you know. Damn, he's actually gonna live with the bag. That's crazy. Ages OP, smile. I mean, this is a great fight for us. They're fighting us like... I mean, I know our Guinness isn't here, but like, okay, we're still again targeting the Victor, which we targeted to pop his ult, but after that, we should be getting out. That Shiv, we could ult it on the Shiv and one-shot him. We should not be trying to re-engage here. Your team's resetting. At this point, we're down. Not an angle to look for. Initially, even though you were down, it was a good fight because they were coming into your entire team early. But now... Abrams is a character, but now it's rough. Somehow you get one and get out, but you should not have been allowed to do that. You bought Rescue Beam? No, who bought Rescue Beam? Wait, who the fuck is Rescue Beam? Oh, it's support man. Okay. I've seen doorman support. It's so long. Trophy collector, it's a good item. Smile. Wow, we just lost so many rejuves there. I mean, I like the call to contest. I mean, I only like your prioritization. I mean, we should just be beelining out here. Yeah, not much you can do there, to be fair. I like the call to contest. Sucks that we just overlap our abilities with Dorminal and Abrams charge. From Rescue Beam to Abrams, well, he was... Oh, that's what happened. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, why I don't... People just... It's... Dorman support is just not the build. You can build Dorman for team, but you do not build a fucking Rescue Beam. Trophy collector, man. I mean, the charger was on the Wraith for Rejuve. It was about to fall. We thought our Abrams would, or not our Abrams. Or Dorman would melee for it. She was the only one in pit there. It just sucks we got overlapped. If we charged the Wraith and then immediately melee back on Rejuve, it would have been good. Ooh. Wait, what happened to you? Okay, I was kind of locked out. Let me check. Did we just die to Victor Melt? Okay, we're already 900 HP. Wait, what's happening? Berserker? Well, actually, I don't like... Well, I guess I don't mind Berserker. I just would like him more. Like, not having Juggernaut feels so bad. You don't have bullet resilience. You're only... Oh, we just got fucked. Okay, I see. But, like, the issue now is that they're a full gun comp, and our only defense is Disarming Hex, which is really bad. Probably in the Stink Aura. And Page is just behind. Bro, she killed the Abrams at 1 HP. Gun Page is viable. Smile. Okay. Yeah, if we had... The fucking Billy shit talking. Anyway, we have, if we had Juggernaut, we'd be doing so much more. Wait, again, I mean, normally I would say I know it's hard. Abrams, really, thank you for the follow. Outlawed Walrus, welcome, welcome. Normally it's like bullet resilience is okay. Normally on tanks, bullet resilience is like good. The issue is your team's probably stacking bullet resist, right? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, well, whatever. Um, Fucking hell, man. Okay. Anyway, the issue is that your team should be stacking bullet resist. Also, you know, Moan Krill, combo going sicko mode. But like, which is another could add into armor piercing rounds. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that they should be building armor piercing rounds, which makes bullet resilience a lot. What the fuck happened there? Who the fuck did we Phantom Strike to? This Doorman is so bad at ulting Doorman. This reminds, I mean, it's probably just, well, you know, to be fair, it's probably just like his first game on Doorman, but like, I mean, how are we playing Doorman and we don't know not to ult the person that like our team is going in on? Okay, we should run Urn. We haven't run any Urns this game. We have a small 2-kill advantage. I mean, we could try to, I mean, to be fair, they don't really have ults, so we could try to push this. But I would have one person go Urn, the rest of you siege mid, and you're in a fine spot. You should always bait charge before you go for this. Ooh, that sucks. We don't hit page there. I mean, yeah, we keep our disarms on the Wraith. That's good. But, I mean, that's kind of the bane of trying to get this Walker. We shouldn't be really trying to melee it when we know we can get stomped by it. We don't understand how multiplicative resist do work, do we? He does not understand how it works, but whatever. Yeah, of course Mo with plated is tankier than you. Because you have multiplicative resist and plated is... Okay, anyway, sorry. Anyway. Some people just they fucking rage bait me. Either way, we shouldn't be trying... First off, Urn Run would be great there to use that advantage. He is still typing. And then second off, it'd be better for you... If you are going to try to raw siege the Midwalker, which is a mistake I see so often, it's... You don't want to be going for the... You don't want to be going for the melee before you baited Stomp. I mean, they're just kind of ending while we're chasing. Like, this is a really bad overchase. No one on our team is there either. I mean, yeah, that's game. Yeah, sorry. What the fuck happened? My sneeze griefed me. We just, like, chase out their entire base? Yeah, I mean, this is terrible. We're just chasing so far. Are you stacking any buff resistance, or did we not buffer our melee? We didn't buffer our melee if we got parried on that, which is rough. Doesn't have blood tribute or anything. Yeah, you didn't buffer your melee, I don't think. She doesn't have any form of debuff resistance. The only way she actually would have gotten a parry there is if you weren't buffering it. Bro, no one's talking to the Billy, man. Okay, well that's glitched. Wait, is that glitched? Or is he just lying that he has so much debuff? I actually don't see debuff resistance. He's just lying. Okay. Anyway, the reason you couldn't melee here, I'll show why. But yeah, we lost on that Walker play. Let me show Abrams. Been much better just to grab Urn and keep it safe. Oh yeah, he did have Spellbreaker. Okay, so if you're just meleeing normally, it's actually kind of hard to tell visually. But basically, I mean, the TLDR, just when you're charging, you want to hold melee as you're charging, so you buffer the melee. If you wait to press it until after the charge ends, you're not going to be able to heavy melee off your charge T2. I can press my buttons. You just want to make sure you're buffering your melee. And even like that small movement I did would have made me parryable. Well, I guess it would have made me parryable if they had reducer. Okay, anyway, let me get to your notes. I mean, duration extender is, you get duration extender on charge if they are buying debuff resistance, but their team really didn't have that much. We had, okay, Switched. Okay, we had 25% on Billy, which is not enough to parry. Shiv has enough to parry off a heavy melee. It's like 40% to parry off a heavy melee. So it's only Shiv who can just parry our dash. Oh, and Victor. Wait, no, it's spear resist, not debuff resistance. So only Shiv, because he's going break remover. So anyone on debuff? No, you need no. You can only parry you can only parry off of Abrams charge if you have over 40% debuff resistance, which is debuff remover and weighted shots, spellbreaker and debuff remover, weighted shots and spellbreaker, or just getting blood tribute. Those are the, but you have to have, it has to be 2 of the more minor debuff resistance items. I want to get good at wall bouncing off this. I feel like there's a way in which you can corner boost off this bottom hitbox, but you have to do it so like, I don't know. I feel like that, you get what I'm saying. I want to learn how to do that. Anyway. I'm looking, let's look at our lane first. That's an insane amount of denies, damn. What characters build blood tribute? I mean, not really. I'm a fan of blood tribute, right? I don't build it myself because I'm, you know, dog shit mechanically. But I think 50% debuff resistance on toggle is like a banger. But generally it's not really built except on like, maybe you see it on like a Mirage sometimes. The issue is it's also just so like it kind of goes in the same bucket as Fury Trance, where it's like a toggle that actively debuffs yourself but gives you like, you know, high fire rate, but gives you good resistances. Fury Trance giving you 40% spirit, Blood Tribute giving you 50% debuff resistance. But the thing is, Fury Trance is just so good right now. Like it is crazy good right now. To just have like 50% debuff, or not 40% spirit resistance, especially in a spirit meta, goes insane. Okay. And then also, the main issue of Blood Tribute is the anti-heal it applies to yourself. That's like, because you can't, characters you would build it on are characters that, like, you'd build it on like Warden or something, and use it in his ult for a ton of fire rate, and a ton of, like, you know, because he'd be actively healing, but because it gives you a healing debuff, it kind of counters its own use, which is why it kind of doesn't really have a spot right now in the meta. That being said, I think if people learn to like feather the debuff resistance when they're about to get CC'd like they would counterspell, it could have a spot. But it's also like, you know, counterspell does just now now that counterspell doesn't buff so much, it also kind of takes that role, which we do. I mean, I do expect to see a counterspell nerf soon. And giving 20 spirit power on a successful parry is insane for no reason. Yeah, I mean, Blood Tribute on Drifter isn't bad because you can use it until you 1 for lifesteal, but it's also just like Fury. Again, it's just Fury Trance kind of does its offensive defensive hybrid, but better. Okay, anyway, as far as your notes, I mean, in lane we played fine. I'm trying to think. I mean, we got a little poked down in lane and we were a little over aggressive on the first wave. And then we also, at any point, we should be trying to target Paige. We can one shot, well, not one shot, but I mean, literally the one time we hit a dash melee on one Paige, it did 80% of our HP bar because she didn't shield. Like, that's just, we just one shot this, like, any motherfucker. Or, well, not any motherfucker, but like Paige whenever we want. And we should be trying to one shot Paige whenever we can because our character is just, does such a comical amount of uncounterable burst. So we should definitely be trying to one shot Paige in lane, trying to get on her. And then, you know, if we want a defensive item also, if that second defensive item we went melee lifesteal, which is an amazing item on Abrams, but when you're already super low to the point where you can't melee wave, it's much better to get healing right or extra regen. On top of restorative shot, obviously, since that's the best healing item. And then out of lane, mainframe, god damn it. And then out of lane, we should have played again. A major and the biggest note I have is just fight prioritization. Like we were always just prioritizing the Victor in fights, which is really bad. And especially like there was that one time where we ulted behind them and flanked all of them, and we just went on the Victor. Which, like, you do not want to be doing that. If you're flanking all of them, the point is to get on the Wraith, to get on the Page, to get on the Mirage if he doesn't have NATO. Like, that's what we want to look for. Let's see. Yeah, we did get parried. I mean, okay, one thing about MSA that people don't think about, a lot of, like, people also don't talk about this at higher elo, because at higher elo you don't even think about this, but learning who can actually parry. If you're in a, like an Eternus lobby, right, everyone's going to be good, decent at parrying. You actually have to think about your melee. Something important if you're in like an emissary lobby, and a really important skill if you're playing a melee character, learn who in that lobby can parry. Like, throw out, for one, you should be using light melees. I don't think we saw like a single light melee that game. Light melees are OP as shit, because they get people, if you start light meleeing a lot, it gets people to try to read your light melees with a parry, and then if they fuck that up, you can just melee the shit out of them. So whenever you're playing a melee character, light melees are OP. Try to light melee to, you know, get them to start parry baiting. But then for 2, like, that page did not press the parry button, which means anytime we're in her face, we hold Q's melee baiting fall, right? We hold Q and we do not let go. You literally just, you know, that Billy knew how to parry, so we should be, you know, trying to like light melee and baiting them to parry. Paige didn't know shit. We should just be doing this anytime we're like looking at her. Like, literally nothing more than this, and just watch her die, because she doesn't know where her parry key is. Yeah, also we definitely overchased. I mean, that last fight was kind of like, I mean, it was a bad overchase, but it's not like where we lost the games on the Walker call. A really bad, I see this so often, so many games. Honestly, this is like a YouTube video bowl. Like, so many games are just lost to the mid Walker. Like, you get a small advantage, and instead of calling, you know, normally you'd call mid, but obviously mid wasn't up in that case. So instead of calling earn, or like, you know, hey, we should crash 2 waves into their Walkers and run earn, we decide, hey, let's go. I think it was a 5v4 on their Walker, and then we got hit by Walker Stomp, and it's just fucked, because they get a huge amount of like, you know, they get a ton of resist off Walker. They're just in a better spot. It's, again, mid Walker has a lot of HP to work with, and we just get like really fucked up, and the map's geometry is so favorable for them. Okay, yeah, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a flex slot, but if we got mid, we would have gotten the side Walker as well off that. But it's more just, if we can just get Earn and crash 2 waves in their Walkers, we can put ourselves in a better spot. And then next fight determines mid as well, and then that will be like, you know, then it'd be like, ideally we win the next fight, which probably, I mean, you know, textbook is over the next turn. After that, we win that fight, we go grab mid, we use mid to grab the Walkers, break base Guardians, and then, you know, we reset. We probably used our rejuice at that point, and then the game continues like normally of, you know, big team fight into mid. Team that gets mid probably just wins the game, because, you know, 4 rejuice is OP as shit. Yeah, bad Walker call, and then if you are going for melee on Walker, it's fine. Like, you know, if you're a character who doesn't have Warp Stone or whatever, you're gonna get, if you're meleeing Walker, you're gonna get stomped. But you can completely negate the first stomp just by baiting it. You just want to bait the first stomp whenever you can. You can completely negate it. And then, I mean, with that, in the case of that Walker, it only had like 2 melees worth of HP in it. So if you baited it, you could have gone in, meleeed it, and been happy. Also, secondly, well, this is another thing, is you shouldn't have tried to melee that Walker. In that case, for one, if you were going to try, you should have baited it. But for 2, also, which I probably should have mentioned first, is you shouldn't even be trying to go for that melee on the Walker, because you don't want to be you want to be meleeing Walkers when you're splitting them. You don't want to be meleeing their Walkers when it's like they have 4 up and there's 4 around that Walker, because if you ever get stunned, or you're going in that Walker's face, they're gonna full focus you and you're gonna get fucked up. So you shouldn't be trying to melee Walker when it's like a, you know, kind of a brute force type of attempt at a Walker. Oh yeah, also the securing farm, where you want to be making sure you're securing your aggressive farm instead of hitting the camps all the way back. Yeah, that's a good note as well. Okay. That's almost YouTubeable. If I edited, that'd be an amazing YouTube VOD, but I don't edit, so not happening.